signature to certain things to do with the election of 2019, before 2019. We can see now clearly why it was resisted. Because you hear them say the law does not permit, the law does not compel, the law does not say that you should send in results, for instance, by phone, by internet, by the from the point of voting to the to collation and all of that. Now, if the president had signed into law, then these things will be part of the presentation. Now, when you refuse, then it means that there was a plan of what is playing out. And when you look at the case of the CJN, how they came to remove that CJN, you can see the plan as it was hatched and why it was hatched. So this judgment that we're all expecting in anticipation, the thing that horrifies me the most over the past few months is the level of acceptance, the negative acceptance by politicians, by Nigerians, and by very intelligent people. When I watch people on television arguing a point, and I hear somebody say, well, the elections is over, let us move on, I'm horrified. I'm horrified because then why do we have the issue of courts? Why are we going to court? If we have already accepted, I'm addressing you and I now, because it is only what we allow by law that is going to take place. So when something like an election has taken place where it is supposed to be free and fair, and it is not free and fair, and people cannot genuinely go through the process with confidence that based on what they have presented, that there will be fair hearing, it becomes very worrisome, because you and I think that it is the business of politicians. Yes, it is the business of politicians because they are the ones that ran for the election. But it is more our business because we are the ones who are supposed to be voting for them, not a group of people sitting somewhere manipulating our figures and coming up with what they want to give to us as a result. So as we anticipate and as we look forward to what the judges will say, in my own personal opinion, I believe that it is actually after the judgment that opinions, real serious opinions that will take us forward, or decisions rather that will take us forward, is going to come out. For instance, I see this election and the judgment that we will get today to be at the point where Atiku, as he is today, I see him as the opportunity for the people who are shouting Nigeria should stay together, Nigeria must stay together, Nigeria's unity is not negotiable. The people who are thinking this way and the people who are saying these things, governors, senators, market women, bicycle repairers, all these people that are saying these things, the judgment today will determine where we go from here. Consideration, and I do take that into consideration, that there are agitations all over Nigeria. There are agitations in the Niger Delta. There are agitations for restructuring, equity, justice, liberty, federalism, physical, true federalism, resource ownership. All these agitations are going on. The judgment we will get today should, and for the Niger Delta self-determination movement, it will set the pace of what the thrust is going to be, what the next step is that agitators for equity and justice should begin to agitate for. This judgment will activate a lot of agitation that is not really about whether you voted or you didn't vote, or whether you will vote or you will not vote. It will be about the future of the people of Nigeria, depending on your interest for yourself. We cannot continue to delude ourselves that because there are over 350, close to 40 different ethnic nationalities that have distinct language and culture, that have even dialects. Even in languages there are dialects. That is how diverse Nigeria is. And if you refuse to take these things into consideration and restructure Nigeria, then the responsibility of Rivers State is going to be the focus of the person, whoever the governor of the state is. But if we are not able to restructure Nigeria, then we still have a situation where one party, one man, and a group of people sit down in Abuja and decide what school is going to be in Abonima, what school is going to be in Ubima, what school is going to be in Isiokpo. No. Nobody should have such rights over the different peoples of Rivers State. Because we have other ethnic nationalities in Rivers State. It's only Bayelsa that has nationality in that state. Most states have different nationalities. So this judgment is not just about politics, full stop. No. It is about, at the end of the day, the judgment will determine what happens to Boko Haram. The judgment will determine what the issues are with Ruga. The judgment will determine what the issues are in Rivers State when people get up and just tell a lie and make statements that are untrue. It is like giving a dog a bad name so that you can hang the dog, making people to live in fear, in absolute fear of expressing themselves and expressing what is right for them and what they want for themselves. So this judgment today is going to be the beginning of a new phase of what will happen in Nigeria, because it will determine where Nigeria is going. It will determine what people want. It will determine what will happen at the appeal court, because definitely, no matter how the judgment is given today, they will still end up in the in the Supreme Court. They will still end up in the Supreme Court, where we still, whichever way the judgment goes, if the judgment today is what you are expecting, you will expect that when they go to Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court will confirm it.